Good morning and good evening, my name is Eastman, and today I'm going to be showing you where to find all the shell collectibles in the Redwood Steppes for the Pathless. Alright, so once you've made your way to the Redwood Steppes, there should be 2 shells in this area for you to collect, shells 3 and 4. And so again, we're at the top of one of the obelisks here in this area, and so for reference again, if you look out into the Redwood Steppes, you should see, you know, a sort of prominent tree right in the middle, and then over here to the left, there's a lizard statue. And so, of course, if you look over here to the left, you will see the mountain range. All right, so from the obelisk, we're going to head towards this tower with the bridge to the left of it. And so that is the direction we'll be going. All right, so once you've made it to this tower, there should be an entrance at the top right here to continue across a bridge into the mountain range, as I said. So follow this path right here all the way to the back, and you should see a cave where the shell will be. And it's super cool. It's really well hidden. There is a little puzzle for crystals in here as well. But believe it or not, it is still in here. The shell is in here. And I missed it the first time as well. But yeah, once you do the crystal puzzle, you can do it or not. Doesn't matter. You should see this waterfall right back here. This main big waterfall that's all together. Sort of go back here. And right under the waterfall, you'll come into this sort of cavern. Sort of this open cavern. It's really nice and beautiful. Really chill vibe in here. But once you do that, just sort of, you know, platform your way up to the top. And there's the shell right there. There's shell number 3. Go ahead and grab that. And I will show you where to get shell number 4 in the Redwood Steppes. Alright, so for shell number 4, this is the most difficult one to get in the entire game. All of the rest are pretty much exactly how the previous ones were. You sort of find yourself in a cave and then you get the shell, but this one actually requires a bit of precise timing and skill, and it took me plenty of tries the first time. So be sure to follow my path exactly. There's definitely other ways to get this shell, but this is the way that I found to be most helpful and most efficient. So for reference, of course, this is where you want to start out to get shell number 4. So if you see these 4 towers here, and the waterfall over there in the back, just drop right down here to this little ledge and make your way into the corner. And you should see a hidden switch, which I had no idea what it did for the longest time. But here it is. Here's the hidden switch right here. Once you've hit this switch, you have to sprint and make your way all the way back to the boss arena on the other side of the map of this sub area. And the shell is going to be on the 3rd floor behind a gate to the right, which I'll show you exactly where it is. And one really important note to point out is that when you actually hit the switch, the timer starts. You can tell, you can hear the sound, you can see sort of the loading timer circle going around the switch as well. Yeah, just keep that in mind. If you want to time it out for yourself, I believe I timed it out to 1:40 seconds. It's a really tight window, but, you know, hopefully we can do it. And so if this is taking you a couple of attempts, there's a couple notes that I would suggest for your run. So definitely the first thing I would suggest too is to distance yourself away from the switch as far as it'll let you go. To where you can still hit the switch as well with an arrow. And once you shoot your arrow, you can start running immediately before the switch and the timer is even started. So that will also save you a few seconds as well. Definitely do not fall into the water. Avoid the rivers as much as you can, because once you fall in, it basically costs you like 3 or 4 or 5 seconds, and that could immediately ruin the run. And the last thing that I would suggest before attempting this shell is to be sure that you have the gift of the lizard spirit, which of course you unlock after getting all of the light stones in the Redwood Steppes. And what that does is it actually gives you a little bit of an extra boost whenever you shoot a target. So, which to be honest with you, I found it almost impossible to be able to make it to the gate in time on the other side of the map without this ability. So definitely be sure you get all of the light stones in the Redwood Steppes before attempting this shell. Alright, so with all that out of the way, let's give it a go. It's definitely going to take you a few tries. It might even take me a couple of attempts here, but I'll do my best to cut around it and give you the best full uncut attempt so that you can copy it exactly. Alright, to be honest guys, I've actually tried this like 5 times while I'm recording, and it's really difficult. I forgot how hard this was. Alright, this is the run. I feel it. Let's get it. Sprint like a madman. Go as fast as you possibly can. So drop down to this ledge here to the left, and you'll find a glowing talisman that will give you a good amount of speed. Again, just try and hit as many as you can. Avoid the water for sure. Yeah. So I'm gonna again, this is the path that I found to be most useful, and I did try it a few times in advance before recording to see if it actually would work. And of course I didn't hit the shell yet, so it worked for me. I got there with plenty of time. So yeah, had a few seconds to spare actually, so I don't know how I did that. But yeah, go up this log here to the left of the obelisk. You should be able to make it in this log. Okay, and hit the glowing one. Stay to the right. And be sure to hit these as well. But what I found to be helpful here is that you see all these glowing ones here. This is where you gain all your time back. So hit those, drop down, hit this one. And this is where all your speed comes in. And of course, you know, if you have the gift of the lizard spirit, you should have plenty of extra boost to make it with plenty of time. So hopefully I have made it. And definitely make sure, you know, you don't hit this ledge. So drop down, and there we go. There's the shell collectible, and we'll leave, and the gate should shut here in just a second. But yeah, still have plenty of time. There we go. The gate just closed. We got the shell. So if you take that route, go through those logs, hit as many yellow talismans as you can, and of course distance yourself from the switch at the top of the run. You should be good to go. So, and now you have finished the Redwood Steppes, so go ahead and go to the Great Plains, and I will show you where to find the 5th shell. So that's everything for the Redwood Steppes, and I can confidently say that the hardest part of this guide is done. So now continue this guide on to Chapter 3, the Great Plains, for the next 2 shells. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video with me today, and if you did, be sure to drop a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to consider joining the Eastman community today by subscribing and hitting that notification bell, so that way you don't miss out on a single upload or live stream. And as always, my name is Eastman, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.